Hello everyone, and I want to welcome each and every one of you to episode 40 of Risky Radio. My name's Ben, aka Shopa, and joining me tonight, as always, Zach, aka Risky the Kid.
Hello everybody.
And Lewis, aka Waterloo.
Well, hi there everybody. How are we doing tonight?
Lewis,
We said we weren't doing that, Lewis.
Getting all seductive on us.
We weren't doing what?
You know what you're doing.
You know what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Well, Lewis, if you're trying to talk all seductive, why don't you tell us what you've been playing this week and how your week went?
I was gonna say, but maybe just make sure you're speaking louder.
Yeah,
like an actual
towards your
person.
mic.
You didn't want to hear me talk like this?
No.
Okay. Well, I've been playing some PUBG, as everybody has.
No, I haven't played it all this week.
Oh, that's a little
zero PUBGs.
But yeah, some PUBG. Played some SteamWorld Dig 2 still. Chipping away at that.
I get it.
A little Zelda still.
Digging away at it.
Mm-hmm. Keeping the Switch going. Had a really, really slow day at work the other day, so me and one of my coworkers played ARMS for like an hour and a half, which was pretty fun.
Like that's a weird ass game to play in the middle of a store where
in suits
where customers could potentially come in.
Oh yeah,
and you're playing ARMS. Were you playing it on like? Was your switch hooked up with an HDMI cable to a TV or something? Or?
Yeah, it was. It was hooked up to one of the big TVs.
So you just had like a big TV in one of the stores, and you two were just swinging at the wall with Switch controllers?
Pretty much. Actually, one of the controllers died, so it's just one person swinging at the wall. But yeah.
I see. We need to go get that security footage. And show it to the bosses.
Yeah. Just be like,
wise decision.
And you know what our bosses would say? They'd be like,
fucking awesome.
Yo, why didn't they invite me, dude?
Well, we were really slow. It was during the storm, so I think we had a total of like 7 people that came in that day. But as soon as we saw someone pulled up, we did like put down the controller and like
code red.
And they were just wondering why there's giant fists up on the TV on the wall.
So I played some of that. Played some Civilization.
Civilization Revolution.
Yep, for the Xbox 360.
I saw you were playing that the other night. How's that going? Are you still just being JFK?
No, I mixed over. I played as Russian. I am in like 3rd century. I do not know where I am in the world, but I am conquering everything. I've already killed the Japanese. Oh, we die so quickly.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the Russians destroyed them. Good day, I am the Indian, and we also were defeated by the Russians. Yeah, we took them out too as Russians.
Someone told you to do your accents in this podcast, didn't they, Lewis?
No, I just...
Are you sure?
This
you got a donation
Civilization was just like a perfect opportunity for the accents to come out.
I'm pretty sure Milk 100% said you need to... Maybe it was Milk.
I think
somebody said you need to do a lot more accents.
I think it was Ryan.
Oh, yeah, it was Ryan.
He said if there were more accents in the show, he'd listen more. I wasn't doing it for him, but I mean,
it sounds like it's exactly who you just did it for. You're welcome, Ryan.
Yeah.
Lou likes you.
You guys get requests of voices. I will learn them, and
he only knows like 3 of them.
Chinese,
it's Russian, some type of Asian.
Yeah, and Indian, and American.
Oh, and his version of Scottish or Irish or
Scottish.
Australian.
It's like it depends on how I'm feeling that day. It will like fluctuate through the 3 of them.
But the weird thing about your accents is like they can start Russian, go to Asian, and then end up Australian.
Yeah,
it's like you're traversing the globe within like 15 seconds.
Yeah, it's around the world in 80 days, but around the world in 80 voices.
What I was going to say is that you guys finally got a chance to hop in with the 16-ounce guys on one of their community play nights. Mm-hmm. Was it Friday?
Yeah. I believe so, yes.
It was Friday because I actually guest recorded over there for their last episode. So when we were done with that, we all hopped into a party with them, played some Rocket League.
Oh, yeah.
Your two's favorite game.
So much fun.
Actually, you don't really mind it, do you, Ben?
I just don't like Drunk Pain and
Drunk Pain.
Rocket League. Like, I'm not good at the game. Don't get me wrong. I suck at the game. But, like, when I'm playing with everyone else, it's fine. Like, because I just enjoy playing video games with friends.
Just when people are drunk and angry and yelling at you, that's when you're not as big of a fan of it.
Yeah, especially because it wasn't even me he was talking about, and I knew I was right, but I just wouldn't let it go.
That makes sense.
But, and then we played some Jackbox.
How was Jackbox?
That's
Jackbox
right.
usually makes me fall asleep.
So,
is that what happened?
You did fall asleep.
Well, okay, yeah. I did fall asleep.
But, so, through Jackbox, we learned two things.
I'm bad at video games.
Everyone hates Ryan
Yep.
and makes fun of Ryan, and Lewis is so bad at video games.
There was no directions on how to play any of these games, so I was just, anytime something came up where I could type, I would type there, and then it wouldn't be for me, and I didn't know what I was voting for, so I kept saying no.
Directions.
Any person that went into that game that I've ever seen has never had an issue like, I can't figure out how to play.
Yeah, but I'm not any person, though.
That's
Haven't
true.
we
You're
all
special.
figured this out?
So there was a part in the trivia where they asked for math questions.
Oh, yeah, this was...
And they gave
bad.
you like 25 math questions to do, and you had to quickly type in the answers. Lou got 1 out of 25, strictly because he didn't realize how to answer the questions.
Yeah.
I'm sure he would have gotten more if he had the opportunity to.
Debatable.
I would have got at least 3. Come on.
But, yes, he didn't know how to type in the answers or find where the actual questions were.
Also...
Therefore, he didn't answer any of them and got 1 right.
My thing was... my stream for watching it was lagging behind the actual
because you didn't
stream.
have FTL enabled on your Mixer stream. Guaranteed.
No one tells me to enable any of this stuff.
Actually,
how does every person know how to do everything except for you? You're like
there's no manual to these things. I don't know where you guys are finding these answers. It's like you're just shitting them out of your asshole and then brushing off the corn and shit and finding the answers.
brushing the shit right off the shit.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah, I know.
That's all right.
I really don't like. I feel like I would have had more fun if I knew how to play the game.
Did you try streaming it on your Xbox and then playing the actual game on your computer?
No, because I was playing the game on my computer and watching it on my computer. I split screened it.
You weren't just playing from your phone?
No, I wasn't.
So how are you drawing pictures with the cursor with like your mouse?
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
Same with me.
Mm-hmm.
I've never even thought to play it that way.
I played on my PC. I have 2 monitors.
Like I had the stream up on. Well, okay, I could see that. But like I had my computer on the stream, and then I just have my phone. So like when you're drawing your pictures and shit, you're doing it
with your finger.
I think most people you played with last night play with
phones.
With phones.
100%, because they were continually. They all have like the Bluetooth wireless headphones, so they're all like we were playing with Angle while he was out on his porch, like.
Well, your party chat was
through Xbox.
Oh,
but he had A50s, so he's just out there talking on his A50s with the party chat, playing Jackbox.
Gotcha.
It was all right. It's a fun game. It was more enjoyable just because there's a bunch of assholes in there.
That's true.
Very much.
And on your second thing you learned, you said everybody hates Ryan. I would just like to give him a little love and say that we don't hate you.
We do not hate you, Ryan. No.
We just like it's just fun making fun of you. Is all. We don't mean anything. We love you to death, but it's just like Lewis.
I feel like you're the retard of your group, and I'm the retard of my group. It's okay. I understand how it feels.
You're just actually retarded.
I passed high school,
but yeah,
I passed high school.
We were up till I want to say you
went
got off
at
at about 2.
Yeah,
we played one more trivia game after that, which I won, by the way.
Woo!
Whoop-de-doo.
And I actually played a little bit of League, and I think I went to bed at 5 a.m. Friday.
Nice work.
Saturday morning.
Those boys will keep you up late, if you know what I mean.
It's so I went to bed at 5 a.m. It was 10 a.m. where they were.
Yeah, they're
Ryan
fucking
said that
crazy.
they were going to bed at,
I don't know.
with the sun up.
Like, they just love us Americans so much that they stay up. They fuck up their, sleep schedules just to hang out with us. So
it's because we're just that cool.
Most of them were still on break, though, as well.
I mean, Toast, I think, just makes his breaks however he wants because he's self-employed. So he's just like, yeah, I was going to go to work today, and then I decided not to go to work today.
Yeah, how nice would that be?
What the fuck? That's not a thing.
That's the thing.
Well, apparently it is.
Other people.
Bullshit.
For people in Scotland.
Yeah. So, did you play... We know you played some PUBG, and you did a little bit of Jackbox before you had to leave. Did you play anything else this week, Zach?
Well, quick on the PUBG, we got a chicken dinner.
Nothing.
Another one?
Did.
Who was in that party? It's us three.
Us three, and Casey.
Grizzly the Gray.
Grizzly.
Lewis has beef with us because we only play squads and win with him and Casey. So
Yeah,
even though he has hundreds of hours in the game,
I have
and Casey's
more time
played,
than Casey has into it, but yet we
By
both
like
have the
10
same
times, I bet.
But
Yeah.
we both have the same amount of chicken dinners. It's kind of frustrating.
I mean, that's the whole carry game, Lewis. If you're gonna get carried, you can't really decide how. You just gotta-
I guess.
just
Beggars
gotta
can't be
lucky to-
choosers.
I mean, I
That's
felt
true.
like I wasn't being carried those games that we won, though. I had like 5 kills.
So you had 5
6.
kills now. We had 15 kills as a squad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. And then I was playing with some people in the community. I was playing with Bama Shocks, Creed and Eve, and Soccer Grig.
I played with Bama. I played with Bama's friend DJ Charzillion.
Charzillion, yep.
And I also played with Moose. We played a little bit with
Moose and
the other night.
I have
Played
yet
last
to play
night.
with him yet.
But it's really cool to see, like, we have a lot of, like, I have a lot of experience because I played it on PC. Now I'm playing on Xbox, and I'm finding myself getting better every day. But then, like, Moose and DJ have only played the game under 10 times. Like, Moose was saying he's still definitely in single-digit games total.
That's pretty
While
cool.
we were playing last night.
Mm-hmm.
But it's so much fun to, like, teach and all these little things. Even, like, Anglo, I think, the other night spawned in with the plane bug where you don't hear any sound.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, I hate when this happens. I was like, just hit A.
To
And you
swap
just-
seats.
Is that what it does?
I mean, that's what it does in the car, so I just assume that's
Maybe.
what it did in the plane.
That's
And
what it
once
does in
you,
the plane.
because that also fixes bugs with the car. Like when you can't get out of the car, just
Yep.
switch seats quick and get out.
But then, like, the sound comes back on. And
You know,
everything.
I was like, maybe we'll keep the PUBG talk a little less this week, because I also we had questions,
For the pub.
specifically for PUBG.
Mm.
But you guys can keep talking about it for a second while I bring up those questions.
Yeah, so I'm loving. I had something pop up on my computer. I'm still loving the game. Like there's no way I'm not going to continually play this game. I'm going to hopefully throw other games in. But every time I say that, it never
speaking of
happens.
not being able to stop,
Yep. Bama
Bama Shocks writes in, says since PUBG is so damn janky, why can't we stop playing it? With a myriad of exclamations points and question marks at the end of it.
I mean, it's tough I think it's a little tougher for us to talk about it in that aspect as well because we have X's, which helps so much compared to like playing with people who are on like OGs and all that kind of stuff. It's tougher for them, definitely. But
I would say that it's getting better for
for sure.
for
it's
the
getting
one
better
players.
for everybody.
True.
But I mean, even if it is janky, even if it's not as smooth as like a Fortnite or some other game that's well polished, I think like the larger arrangements of like guns, attachments, and styles you can get to play, and that kind of affects the style in which you play the game itself. Like you can have like Payne plays, he plays super quiet, doesn't get in any gunfights, gets to the top 15, maybe gets 1 or 2 kills, easy kills, and then gets into like the top 5 games with low kill counts. Whereas like somebody like me or Risky or Lou, who are a little more into the game, a little more practiced, we try to do a little mixture of both. Get, that 6 or 7 kill chicken dinner, take gunfights, challenge people, not kind of just play too terribly safe. If we want to get a chicken dinner, like we're feeling it, like we'll definitely play a little safer and play for the win. But there's so many different styles. You can land in a highly, coveted area and see if you can't get 5 kills off the rip, even if you end 70th, that's still experience to get into that game. Or you can land in a random little town far away from the flight path, and you can, kill it as you move in through the blue. So
Yeah, there's so many different ways to approach each part of that game, like beginning, middle, and end. There's a strategy to how you play out each part of that, and pretty much every game is going to be different. I mean, a lot of times we go to like some of our favorite spots, like if we really want to get into it, you go to the school. Is what seems to happen
or
a ton
military
for us.
base. Lewis and I had 10 kills out of military base with like 60 players left the other night.
Yeah, we had
Before
good
even
there.
Before we even
exactly.
left.
Yeah, well, this that question kind of leads into another question written in by Lidonian. He says, do you think PUBG programmers have any plans to optimize the game, or are they too busy swimming Scrooge McDuck style in all that cash? I think we're already starting to see the programmers work on optimization with each update, the game is getting a little smoother. It's going to take time. I would say that this version we're seeing on Xbox is probably better than the PC version that they first saw in March when the game first came out. So it's like those guys dealt with their janky-ass game, and we're going to have our time. I think some of the jank is part of its charm as well at this point. Knowing
that you could be dashboard at any minute before you get killed.
That's not my favorite part of
All right, guys, am I going to get killed or am I going to be dashboarded?
Or
Let's find out.
So what he's talking about is like, so hospital is one of the places we've gone once in a while, and there's like a picket fence, not like a metal fence that goes around
Sometimes
hospital.
you can jump through
but
it.
you can literally just
run
jump
right through it.
Right through it.
Yeah.
Or like getting the timing down for like the looting process is a mess, but if you're good at it and like you've played enough, it's really not that bad.
No.
Or like opening doors, like swinging while you open doors, like quickly rotating and closing a door as soon as you walk in like one motion. Like that, you could easily miss that prompt to hit X and not shut that door until you've practiced it hundreds of times.
Yeah. Or like your route through buildings. Like I go through buildings looting the same way every single time. I hit the same doors the same way. I'll hit like there's one building where there's like an open door in the back left of a hallway, and then there's like a closed door on the right. I'll hit X on that closed door, and then while that's opening, I'll loot the left open door, and then I'll go back to the door I opened.
But
so
yeah.
it's just like,
so I mean, I would say they're taking care of it. This is, they're just going to continue to keep implementing stuff from PC as well. Like you're going to see the new desert map, any features that are going into PC, you'll see in Xbox eventually. And when the game comes out, they'll have parity together, so they'll be running the same versions eventually. But for now, it's a game preview game. It costs us all $30, $15 if we're game sharing. And honestly, it's some of the most fun I think any of us have had in a long time. Like getting that dinner, there's not many better feelings. So
yeah, definitely.
All right, we've been playing anything else? Anyone? I'm sure you haven't been playing anything else, Ben.
What?
League of Legends.
No.
Okay, what do you got?
Nope, I didn't play anything else.
No. Okay.
Sorry. No, I didn't play anything else.
I played some Halo Wars as well, too.
Halo Wars 2?
Yeah. I just wanted to get something. Playing the Civilization makes me want to play more of those RTS style games.
Yeah.
I just can't find one that really, keeps me interested for an extended period of time. Civilization. Wow.
Civilization.
Civilization has been pretty fun. I don't know. I would like to see an upgrade in graphics and everything.
Well, I mean, you have like Civ 6, I think, came out.
I mean, the one that I'm playing for the 360, they don't have anything else.
Oh, yeah.
Other than
I mean, that's going to be your base game from whatever. How's it hold up, though? It still plays?
It still plays
fine,
nice.
right?
I mean, it takes a little bit getting used to because you don't have a mouse or anything like that. But once you get down, the controls down, it's pretty simple.
I did see one game that a bunch of people are playing. It's over on Steam right now, so there's not much you can do, but it's called They Are Billions. And it's a RTS strategy game like that where you're actually building up a base, kind of like in the old like Command and Conquer games, if you ever played those. Like a base, barracks for people, like things to harvest food. And
that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Like the Lord of the Rings one. What's the Lord of the Rings one?
There was a Lord of the Rings one?
I definitely played a Lord of the Rings one.
I don't know. If there was, I don't know what it was. And then the thing you're fighting is like hordes of zombies. So the billions are all just zombies, so you need to... It's like a tower defense mixed with an RTS.
Yeah.
It's in like an early preview build right now, but I've been seeing like it's got a 9 out of 10 on Steam.
All right.
So if that eventually comes out for a console, that could be some fun for you. Might fill that little spot for you.
I mean, that hits a couple of your boxes with like the zombie horde kind of thing, plus the RTS feel and
I don't know. I find those games fun. I love the strategy in them. Strategic parts of them and everything like that.
So were you doing multiplayer in Halo or more of the story?
No, I was trying multiplayer online and I just got shit wrecked. So I was like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah, the people that are still playing that game are probably pretty good at this point.
Yeah, they have it down packed.
I have a friend who plays a lot of StarCraft.
Yeah, I used to love that, the StarCraft.
The StarCraft.
Plays the StarCraft.
Anything else?
No.
Nope. I talked about Enter the Gungeon, how I had bought it last week, but hadn't actually had a chance to play it. I've put a few hours into that. It's one of the one of the hardest games I've ever played. I will say easily up there with Cuphead. With Cuphead having a sense of progression and Enter the Gungeon being strictly a roguelike. I think I've beaten 3 bosses, and that's like the max. I think I've died on the 3rd boss a bunch of times. So you have 4 characters that you can choose from. It's like a thief, a pilot, a huntress, and something else. And they all come with certain weapons and certain like abilities that you can use. And it's a bullet hell game, so you're literally just running around the map, dodging all sorts of bullets. Your enemies can have like shotguns. It'll be like 5 bursts, which is like 5 different bullets that'll come flying at you. AK-47s, pistols, like all this kind of stuff. And you're going through these dungeons, collecting like keys and loot until you get to like the final boss of the dungeon, and then you have to beat it, and then you go to the second dungeon, or like level 2. Do the same thing again, loot through your rooms, try to gear yourself up for your final encounter. If you beat it, go level 3.
Now, if you die, say on level 2, do you have to start all the way back at level 1?
Yep, so that's what this game is, which, again, that's exactly what a roguelike is.
Well, yeah, I know, but I don't know if there was certain like save points. Like, you at least get dungeon 1 done. You don't have to go back and do dungeon 1.
Nope. It's because I don't think the difficulty comes in each dungeon specifically. It comes in the length you have to go without losing. Like, you're not getting more hearts for completing one dungeon. I mean, you get rewards at the end after killing a boss, and it can be hearts at times. But like, you could get down to like half of your last heart from one boss, and then if you don't get one, you're starting dungeon 2 and all the like little parts you have to go through with half a heart.
Woof.
So no, a save element would ruin it, I think. To have it be like a traditional roguelike.
Well, even if they just saved it at like you have a half-life on 2.
Oh, no, okay. So, yes, technically you can like hit save and then go back to it. But if you die, you're still starting. No matter what, if you die, you're going back to the very beginning where you can select one of the 4 characters and you're going again.
Gotcha.
I know there is an ending to the game. I don't know at what dungeon that actually comes.
43.
If it's 43, I'm going to jump out the fucking window because this game is brutal. But, I mean, it's a lot of fun. Each run lasts me between 10 and 20 minutes, depending on how I'm doing usually. So it's a really easy game to, like, I lay down in bed. I've got, like, a half hour of watching something in the background. I'll just play a couple rounds of it, see how far I can get. But, no, there's no real sense of progression. But the game, for what it is, a bullet hell roguelike, it's a really, really awesome. And it wasn't that expensive, I think. There's like $20 maybe.
I was going to say, wasn't it on sale too?
Or yeah, maybe. I think I bought it because it was on sale. Yeah, it's really, really good. I also played some Titanfall 2 multiplayer. That came just because I needed a tiny break from PUBG, and I wanted to see what like shooting and having it feel good felt like. So I played a couple rounds of attrition.
You went to Titanfall 2 instead of like Call of Duty?
I would say Titanfall 2 matches Call of Duty and gunplay almost pretty damn close, if not right on par with it.
Oh, yeah, I played some Paladins, too.
Oh, did you actually check out Paladin?
Yeah,
Paladin's going to be in the news later. Spoilers.
I went back into it and played a few rounds of Paladin.
Did you just play as Rocket Man?
Yep.
Rocket Squirrel?
Played as Pip. That I did.
Rocket Squirrel!
Oh, we should try to play some of that sometime. I don't know. I always say that we never play anything besides PUBG. But
I like PUBG too much.
It's too
addicting,
hard.
But I'm also getting like, it's because I'm getting good. Like, I find myself getting more kills a game now. And it's like, you get out, if you die in a game, you're like, well, shit, I could have done this better. Let's get into another game and do that instead.
Captain
Kind of stuff like that. So.
And there's not a ton coming out right now. Monster Hunter Worlds being the next one that we might take a look at. That's still undecided. But, yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we've been playing, what we've kind of been up to. Next, we're going to get into your free shit for the week.
It was kind of loud.
Kind of quiet. Kind of there. Kind of not there.
A lot louder earlier.
So nothing has changed.
No, it's just quiet. I'm sorry.
It's just quiet again. Once in a while it works. It's very choosy.
Yep.
So I'm going to run through these real quickly because they're the same. Games with Gold, Xbox One, you have Back to the Future, the game, 10th anniversary. You have until the 15th to pick that up, so go grab it. and The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing 3. That's good until the end of the month. 360, Tomb Raider Underworld, good until the 15th, so you have roughly 6 more days to grab that. And then for your PS Plus games, PS4, Sacred 3, or PS4, I went down one. Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, I still have my little notes there. Batman the Telltale series, those are both for your PS4s. PS3, Sacred 3, and Book of Unwritten Tales 2. And then for your Vita, Psycho Pass, Mandatory Happiness, and Uncanny Valley, which is a crossplay with PS4. Up next, a quick word from our sponsor.
This week's episode of Risky Radio is brought to you by 16 Ounce Gaming. If you want, you can go check out their latest podcast, which had me, Risky the Kid, co-hosting.
How'd it go?
It was fun. We don't normally drink here, but they were like, yeah, you should probably drink a little bit. Some of the questions are a little intense. Some of them were. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to spoilers. Just giving you a brief preview of what you can...
what did you drink?
What you can expect. I was drinking vodka and nasty Barton's vodka, not good vodka. And just seltzer water, like flavored seltzer.
Ugh.
Vodka and seltzer. I don't like gin and all those.
Did they like make you take a shot? Like how'd it go?
No, it's just like everybody's drinking and they do their podcast. It lets you loosen up a lot for sure. It was a ton of fun though. It was with Castle Will Kill and Toast, and we had a good little chat. It was a little over an hour. But all their podcasts are top notch. The one before this has been one of my favorites. So definitely go check them out. They also have a Discord. The links for both of those will be in the show notes, so you can check them out there.
Awesome. Next, we're going to get into some listener questions that we received. Obviously, we went through a couple of them already, so we'll just go over the ones that differ from PUBG. First up, Ireful Otter writes in and asks, are game mods a benefit for a game or a deficit? Do you feel they add an experience or do they hinder your experience? And do any of you ever use mods in your games, i.e. a Skyrim or Fallout 4 mod, etc.?
I'll start because I like to do that. I think they're good for games. They give them after or more life once they're done, I would say. So even once you finish the game, you can still go back and play different ways, play with different mods, play with however you want, really. It lets you break the game in ways that might make it more enjoyable to you, although then I would say you're straying from the path that maybe the devs wanted you to like stay on, although they're the ones that let the mods happen. So maybe like play through the game once without any type of modification, and then when you're done with it, go back and play it. But like a big part of this for me with Fallout 4 having mods, I know if I went back and tried to play Fallout and turned the no over encumbrance mod on, I would enjoy Fallout 100 times more than I did, because I stopped playing that game because I've got this weird obsession with picking up every single thing off the ground, and then you get over encumbered and super slow and you can't fast travel. And it became more of like an item management simulator than like a fun game for me. So the mods would have helped a ton, but by the time they had come out, I was already kind of like past it and new games were out. But yeah, I think they're good for games for sure. How about you, Lou?
Yeah, I definitely agree that they are good for games. I kind of same route you. It's like at least try the chef's food before you salt it up type deal.
I like that. Don't just cover your steak in ketchup.
Yeah.
We probably don't do that anyways.
No, don't
ketchup?
do that.
Yuck. I wouldn't even put ketchup on my steak.
Thank you.
Ben fucking loves ketchup.
I fucking love ketchup.
I'm so glad you won't put it on your steak. That is a very smart decision.
I've definitely dipped steak in ketchup before.
Why?
I
Why?
If
don't know,
anything, A1 I think is like the max level of steak
Dude,
sauce
I really,
would use.
what? This is fucking gross, and this is really just gonna show you how much I love ketchup. I probably love ketchup more than you, which is weird because you fucking love ketchup. You won't put it on your steak. I put it on my steak. You
it's
lose.
all about the
I
mustard.
eat ketchup and potato chips.
Which is fine.
also really weird.
No, see, I don't think that's weird. That is, the really crispy French fries you get. It's a fucking potato chip. You're still dipping that in ketchup.
No,
have you ever
it's
just
not.
eaten bread dipped in ketchup?
No, another. What are you, a homeless man?
I know he buys the loaf of white bread for 99 cents. goes to the Burger King, steals all their fucking ketchup packets, and then just spreads the ketchup onto the white bread.
So you're just eating ketchup sandwiches.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
That is,
maybe you do love ketchup more than me. What I was going to say, though, was the other night, Megan made a bunch of tortellini, and we didn't have any red sauce, so she just, like, buttered them and ate them.
I see that.
I took the tortellini out, and I put it on a plate, and then I squirted a giant heap of ketchup in one corner of the plate, and then I just picked up the tortellinis, and I dipped them each in ketchup and ate them, ruining a nice traditional Italian meal.
Yeah.
It was good.
Tortellinis, ruined steaks.
I'm disappointed in you.
Again, tortellini has potato in it. It was pretty much a French fry.
Oh my god!
A French fry wrapped in a noodle.
Just because it has potato in it doesn't make it a French fry.
Same thing as potato chips.
Okay,
it's hard French fries.
If I give you mashed potatoes, are you gonna put ketchup in them?
Oh, I've done that before. What?
Oh my god! Can we get off this ketchup? What is wrong with you people?
I prefer hot sauce in my mashed potatoes. Let's be honest here.
The gravy. The only thing that goes on mashed potatoes is gravy.
What about butter?
Okay, butter. I'll give you butter and gravy. That's it.
Not ketchup?
No, not ketchup. Not hot sauce.
Are you one of the people that don't mix your foods? On
No,
your
I mix my food. Are you kidding me? Give me corn. Give me peas. I'll put that on my potatoes. Give me a little chicken. Oh yeah, some cheese, mashed potato.
But I can't throw my ketchup in there.
Ketchup does not belong in mashed potatoes.
See, and that's the thing. I've come to terms with the unhealthy obsession with putting ketchup on things that it shouldn't be on. So I understand I'm wrong in this scenario,
okay, good.
But I'm not going to stop doing it.
As long as you understand you're wrong.
Do you eat cheese with ketchup?
No. The answer to that is no.
Well, see, that's the thing, though. It's like the only thing I dip grilled cheese in is
tomato soup,
which is pretty much ketchup.
I will kind of agree with you there, but it has a different flavor taste.
Tomato soup is ketchup. Chips are French fries. Dip your French fry or dip your chips in your tomato soup, and it's pretty much like dipping fries in ketchup.
Oh my god, no, it's not.
I had 2 grilled cheeses for lunch today.
Okay,
and
so
I dipped them in ketchup.
You know when you guys converse with
fine.
me, and I feel like I'm the retarded one. I feel like the tables have turned.
No, I mean,
and I feel like I'm the intelligent one, and you guys are the retards.
I mean, you'll never be the intelligent one.
I know, but that's what I feel like at this point in time because you're dipping stuff that shouldn't be dipped in ketchup.
Yes,
in ketchup,
and I agree. But I'm not going to stop doing it, and I'm going to still enjoy every bite of it.
That's fine as long as you eat it. I really don't have any qualms with you. But
steak, I have qualms.
I
disagree with that.
As long as you're not wasting it.
I don't know. Maybe my dad just used to make shitty steaks. But when you get like a shitty steak, like what's a shitty steak? Like a strip steak is a shitty steak, right? Compared to like most steaks.
If you marinate it and cook it right.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe you know what? Sal didn't get that gene. His Italian steak cooking. That's not a fucking thing. So maybe that was the problem. He never learned how to cook a good steak. So maybe we need some ketchup.
So I never
to
eat
spice
steak alone.
I always go with your girlfriend.
I have to have someone near me. No, I always get mashed potatoes.
Oh, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
So then
you dip your steak in mashed potatoes.
But
the mashed potatoes are covered in ketchup.
Oh, God.
They're not covered in ketchup. They're just covered in butter and
hot sauce,
gravy,
and cream cheese,
and
cottage cheese and applesauce.
Oh God, what are you doing to
Lewis,
this?
do you want to hear my taco real quick when I make them myself?
No,
do you want to hear his taco quick?
I don't, because I have a feeling there's going to be ketchup and mashed potatoes, cream cheese and gravy.
All right, taco meat, taco sauce, cottage cheese, ketchup, cheese, hot sauce, shredded lettuce.
Well,
Fuck
you
that. Cottage
should
cheese
take
is
the
the
cottage
worst cheese.
cheese out, and you should subscribe it. Oh yeah, that too. I like cottage cheese though. I won't eat it out of your butt. But I like cottage cheese.
Okay, I have to agree. I do enjoy the fact that you won't eat it out of my butt.
But you should take that sour cream and I
I put sour cream on it as well.
You can substitute that for Greek yogurt. It's healthier and it tastes almost the same.
Yeah, my sister made a substitute Greek yogurt chicken wing dip the other night.
Blech.
It wasn't
Probably
very
not
good.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Okay. Well, hey, while we're on the topic of food, let's get to this question from Ladonian. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
And I had to switch.
Yeah, you did.
I'll say the question. I had to switch it around because Lewis, again,
100%
would fuck it up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So on the count of 3,
Like
Lewis.
1, 2,
so
3.
1, 2, 3, and then you say
Okay,
your
so we're gonna
answer.
actually say 3.
So the question is pancakes or waffles? 1, 2, 3. Waffles.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
We generally know food better than Ben.
Yeah, look at me and tell me you know food better than me.
So you admit it. You're fat, not big boned. Yes, got you there.
No, I just enjoy my food better than you. Duh.
I mean, the real answer here isn't on the list, and that's French toast.
The real answer here is you guys don't put ketchup on this shit, right? Oh my God, Zach.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Because maple syrup's the other thing that you can put on everything.
Yeah.
So
I can't say that the ketchup on like my eggs doesn't.
I definitely have ketchup
end
on
up
my
on
eggs.
my pancakes.
The only thing you could put ketchup on your plate in the morning.
Sausage.
Bacon.
No, is hash browns. If you have hash browns on your plate.
Yeah, French fries.
No, they're not. They're hash browns. They're made
definitely-
differently. They're made completely
100% French fries made differently. French fries made differently, Lewis. You said it yourself.
They're not
Differently. Just
put
differently.
in
So
a
what
deep
happens,
fryer.
Lewis, is you plant the French fries, you dig a hole, you put French fries in, and what comes up are more French fries. And then what you do with the French fries, you can take it and you can turn it into multiple different types of French fries.
Okay, well, once you plant, go to McDonald's and buy a small fry and plant it in the ground for me.
What do you think I've been doing? Where do you think I get all my French fries from? My French fry tree.
French fry treat.
My French fry tree.
If it was only that easy.
No, it's definitely French toast out of the three, for me at least. I know French toast wasn't on there, which kind of makes me question Ladonian. Well, because did he not think, like, was he like, oh, French toast is so irrelevant that I don't need to ask it? Or was it like, it's so clearly the right answer that what's the second best breakfast main course?
Maybe he never even considered it.
Maybe he's never had French toast.
What is wrong? Now, what is wrong with you?
Are we sure he's
If you
not a
never-
robot?
Yeah, right? I don't know.
Ladonian kind of sounds like a robot name.
I am
so-
Ladonian. I do not know what French toast is. Meow.
That's
Another
5.
great accent.
5 great accents.
Robots.
Okay.
Was
who's
that
up?
racist?
Robot? No, you can't be racist to a robot.
They have no race.
Actually, we'll figure out in Detroit Become Human if
Yep.
racist robots exist. Okay, what's next?
Next, we have Kaboski. He asked, what's a game you've been saying that you want to get back to playing but haven't yet?
Here's a better question. What game haven't I said I wanted to get back to and haven't yet?
That list is a lot shorter, so we'll get to that one.
It's a lot longer.
I don't want to go back to
Oh, yeah.
Deus Ex Mankind Divided. That's the only game off the top of my head that I wouldn't go back to and play more of. Assassin's Creed Unity, I'll never go back and play any more of.
What about Andromeda?
Nope, that's something I'd go back and try to finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't think of any.
Yeah, the list is definitely shorter for that. Games I want to go back to, sure, Mass Effect Andromeda,
Too many.
The Witcher, The Last of Us, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Mario Odyssey, more Nier Automata, more
what's-
any game that
Persona 5.
Horizon
Persona
Zero Dawn.
5,
He
Assassin's
finished.
Creed Origins.
Yep.
There's not.
Lord
What
of
if
the
you?
Rings.
Okay, so what if you had to pick one?
game I would have to go back to?
Yeah,
Mine would definitely be Horizon Zero Dawn.
and mine would probably be Zelda, which I mean I am going back to slowly.
Yeah, okay.
But
was
I
gonna
would
say, what
like
if I
to
am
play
going back
Zelda
up?
all the way through, and then I'd feel real good about the backlog and
The
this
Last
question.
of Us.
The Last of Us. Okay,
Yeah, because
that's
I
a good
am
one.
still dabbling back in Zelda. So
So
I would
Last
have
of
to
Us,
say Last of Us.
Horizon Zero Dawn, and Zelda.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Next question. Ireful Otter writes in, do you think Rockstar would benefit more from developing a new GTA game like 6 or continue developing their online content for 5?
I think the obvious answer here is GTA 6.
Really?
Yeah. The reason being, transfer your online content over. Maybe not the actual content in game, but maybe your funds, like be able to wire transfer, so people who are in GTA 5 would be able to carry at least that part of their progress over to the new game. But they're working on a game that came out in 2013, maybe even longer than that. It's at least a 5-year-old game, I think. All you're going to get with GTA 6 is a different city, probably a bigger city. It's going to look way nicer. Hopefully servers will run smooth right off the bat. I know GTA Online originally had a lot of issues, but I don't think you're going to lose money doing this, because the people that are going to buy shark cards now, like the people that are putting money into the game post-launch, you're going to have those same exact people playing this new and improved version of GTA Online in GTA 6. I think you'll kind of see how this, or what's going to happen when Red Dead comes out, to see what kind of online content they throw in there. and see how much of the GTA 5 player base you lose to Red Dead. I mean, clearly they're vastly two different games, but it'll be the same style of online, I would assume. So for me, I think GTA 6. How about you, Lou?
I don't know. I feel like they might make more money doing a GTA 6, but they're going to lose a lot by creating the whole new thing and everything. Like going through that process and everything, they have to. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess my thing was like GTA 6 is inevitable. Like, with GTA 5 being as good as it was and selling as well as it is, and still being I feel like the online is played more now than when it was originally launched, which is crazy. But maybe that's a vote for the other side of the argument.
Yeah, I think they would, because with not developing a new GTA 6, at least continue doing on 5, they're not going to have to put so much manpower into creating a whole new level, a whole new atmosphere and everything like that. They can continue to build on add-ons and everything like that to get in bigger player base.
But what you are getting is getting that same player base to spend the $60 again. Because like all of us would be online players right now that aren't going to be buying the shark card. So really we're not putting any money towards them, but GTA 6 comes out, we're all spending $60 again to play their new game. So I mean, yeah, it takes money to make games, but games also make money. So and eventually GTA 6's online will rake in just as much money as GTA 5. So
I'm middle of the road with both of you there. I think that they should make a GTA 6, so I agree with you, Zach, but I think there's no rush whatsoever.
And there's a game I'd like to go back and finish, GTA 5.
Like, you mean finish the campaign?
The campaign, yes.
Okay. I think you have enough in the campaign and in the online now where you can just continue to give it those updates that everyone's looking for. Even if you slow down to like half the amount of DLCs you're dropping, you're still dropping one every like 3 to 4 weeks.
Is what it seemed like lately.
Yeah, so even if you drop those down a little bit, you're still going to have players coming in and playing those new things. And then what you do is you make sure when you release a GTA 6, it's beautiful. It's exactly what everyone's been wanting, and you make sure that it's a game that everyone will play. You have all the time in the world to make the best next GTA game because this GTA 5 is doing so well online for you. And you're doing so well to keep it up. So I'm saying, yes, create a GTA 6, but there's no rush because you're making your money. And if you come out with a good game, don't Destiny 2 the fuck out of it, you're going to make a shit ton of money.
Yeah. All right. So one last question to wrap up the GTA 5 talk. What is the next location that you'd like GTA 6 to take place in?
Where are all the locations so far? I haven't played GTA in my life.
A lot of like California, like LA areas. New York's been done.
San Fran, hasn't that been done?
I don't think so.
No, San Diego, because they had San Andreas.
Yep.
And then they had an LA one.
Vice City, which
was Miami.
Fuck. That was
and
my
they had
answer.
A New York.
GTA 4 was New York. Liberty City.
No, GTA 3 was New York.
I mean, so was GTA 4 then.
What was GTA 4?
GTA 4 was when you were Nico.
I thought
Nico Bellic and you
Liberty
came off
City
the ship.
Was 3.
No, yeah, okay. Yes. GTA 3 was Liberty City. GTA 4 still took place
it did?
on Liberty City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because you could go to like Coney Island and stuff in GTA 4. So, yeah,
then
definitely took place.
GTA 5 is...
GTA 5 is part... It's like LA because they have like
No, 4 was definitely San Andreas.
Nope. I'm positive. You can Google it right now. You played as Nico Bellic
in 3
in GTA 4.
Well, while you guys are looking that up,
and hold on, and GTA 5 was definitely LA because the Santa Monica Pier. That's what I was going to say. The Santa Monica Pier is definitely there. The buildings in like downtown LA.
Okay, so it was GTA 3, Grand Theft Auto 3, and then Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and then Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and then I think they went to Grand Theft Auto 4,
which took place in Liberty City, which is New York City. Either way,
I forgot that they didn't do the whole like.
So
1, 2, 3,
let's
4,
say
5.
you can't do it in New York, you can't do it in California, and you can't do it in Florida. That really takes a lot of space out.
No.
No?
Nope.
Where?
Detroit.
Boston?
Detroit.
Detroit.
Run down, broken ass city.
Philadelphia.
Detroit Philly might work.
Just eat cheesesteaks
Yeah.
and watch sports shows.
Detroit, Chicago.
Chicago was one of my options.
Well, Chicago, you had, the fuck is the hacker game? Same thing as GTA.
With
With Aiden Pierce, he's the main.
Yeah,
Watch Dogs.
Watch
Dogs was Chicago, and like my one I would have said was like San Francisco, but that was Watch Dogs 2.
And they had Driver as well.
Driver San Francisco. There you go. Chicago.
So what if they?
Good too.
What if they
Boston?
went international?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Feudal
what if
Japan? They go
What
back
if
in
they
time.
did like Rio? So you had like the Fast and Furious movie series went to Rio, which
I was thinking like
is a big split difference of like super richy areas and super rundown areas. Lots of places to hide. Lots of.
what about England?
That's
I
true.
don't
I mean,
know.
there's a lot. Okay, so what if you went to Rio? Then do you just have a bunch of people speaking English because nobody wants to read subtitles for their whole entire game? Because I guarantee you, Lewis would not enjoy that game if it was not in English the whole time.
That's
No,
why
I
that's
think
why I
it's still-
said England.
I think it's
England, then it's
both.
just accents.
I think
Yeah.
when you interact with somebody, it's probably in English. But then, like, if you're walking around, you can hear
You
like
hear people
Spanish
speaking.
and
Yeah, okay.
Mhm.
all the different
That's a good
languages
one.
that are probably
So
there.
maybe go international for
or like
the next
Tokyo.
GTA.
Nice city, something
Kind
nice
of
and
like
flashy.
Dogs. That other stupid
Dog. Yeah, I know what you're talking
Dog
about.
Watch.
Dogma.
Neither of these are right.
I was trying to go Watch Dogs, but the reverse. So yeah, if they want to go international, there.
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Dogs.
Mhm.
Even if you didn't want to go too far, Mexico City or like Toronto could be options. Mexico City would be crazy, and if you had the option to like come up north or something and like get into Texas or do drug runs or something like that, I think
Canada.
that would be pretty interesting. But yeah, no, I think Detroit is probably the tops of my list.
What
at this
about
point.
L.A.? I mean, not L.A. Vegas. I feel
No.
like Vegas would be too small.
The only thing I've played in Vegas too.
Well,
Yeah.
Vegas itself, but they would have to go to
You can
extending
go down to, like,
areas
the Grand
Primm and
Canyon.
stuff
So
like that, yeah.
what if we're thinking too small though? So what if the next GTA
It's
game
just
comes out?
The United
It's
States.
No,
Yeah,
what if
that'd
it's
be badass?
that? I mean, that
Oh,
would
hold
be
on! I gotta
huge.
drive across the country. It's
What
gonna
if
take me
it-
2 hours.
What if it was like
The world.
2 hours drive across country?
Well, I'm game aspects.
Gotcha.
I'd be real mad if I had
what
to
if-
drive 30 hours.
So what if they incorporated some later parts? So you said they worked in LA, they worked in San Diego.
Mhm.
What if they did like a California West Coast size map where you could go
drive
to
up
LA,
to Oregon?
you could go to Vegas, you could go to Seattle.
What if they took all the maps and like meshed them
Drink some
together, and then you could just take an airplane to
Starbucks.
each one of them, and then you would like airplane.
I think these are a lot of great ideas, guys. So good work.
Thank you.
There you go,
Rockstar should
developers.
hire us.
Please hire us. We need jobs. Better
Nope,
paying.
we all have jobs. There you go.
Better paying jobs. There we go.
I mean, you could hire me at the same rate if you want.
That's
wouldn't be
true. I
mad,
would take the same rate too.
Right?
Yeah. To work on video games.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
You both make way more money than me.
You
so
could
I
actually
can't really say
downgrade
that.
my amount
Please
of money.
don't.
you
Please
give
don't
me.
downgrade my amount of money. It's already dirt cheap. So
Hey,
Cheap labor is good labor.
If I had a job that
Not
I
what I'm doing.
loved and was all about video games, they could downgrade my pay a little bit.
probably true.
Ballsy.
Probably true.
Ballsy.
But that's going to do it for our listener questions tonight. Thank you for sending them in. We always look forward to answering them, and we'll answer almost everything.
Almost everything.
Toast, if you're listening, almost everything. Next, we're going to get into some news from the past week.
I forgot you didn't mute the mics.
Nope, he doesn't mute the mics, Lewis. Well, I'm going to start off this week, actually. So the Coalition, which is a developer, is working with Story Lab Productions, who works with Microsoft, on a new IP. You may know Coalition from their Gears of War 4 and Gears of War Unlimited Edition. Unfortunately, at this point, that's all we know. Is they're working on a new IP that looks like it's going to be an exclusive.
Ooh, I like exclusivity.
Which is sweet. So, like, the Coalition formed, I'm pretty sure, after Epic stopped making the Gears games. I think that's how that came about. So, the Coalition was strictly... Because I'm pretty sure the Coalition is part of Gears of War, like, actually in the game. Like, the Coalition is something in the game. I didn't play enough Gears of War, clearly. But...
It has been so long.
yeah, so these guys are now doing something that isn't Gears of War, and they were a studio created to specifically build Gears of War games. So this is interesting, to say the least. I think it says something about what Gears of War 5 is going to be, and it sounds like it might be nothing for now, unless maybe they're working on 2 games, GTA on my mind. They might be working on Gears of War 5 plus this new project, which would be cool. 2 new games, both exclusive to Microsoft. But yeah, the greatest example of like how this could turn out really, really good for us is if you look at Guerrilla Games, who made all the Killzone games for PlayStation, and then they finally were able to make something that wasn't a Killzone game, and they made Horizon Zero Dawn. So gave them a taste of freedom from something that they've been making forever, and we got my favorite game of last year. So I mean, I'm hoping for something great here. Definitely not a lot to go off of, but knowing that the Gears 4 studio is working on a new IP is exciting, especially since Microsoft is really needs some exclusives in their library.
They're falling short. I don't think they had one actually exclusive last year that wasn't crossplay with the PC.
Well, I don't think you're going to see anything that's not crossplay now, just because it's Microsoft and they are trying to link up the PC and Xbox players together. Because crossplay is cool for that kind of stuff, for like Gears and Forza.
Well, yeah.
It's cool. I can't wait to see more information on whatever it is.
Me as well.
Probably E3, I bet, will be the first tease of whatever this is, and it'll be like just a CG trailer or something. They didn't say how long they had been developing this at all, did they? Okay.
There's literally, like, I did a little bit. I tried to dig. There's nothing. Everyone keeps saying the same thing. Like, all they've said or all they've heard is, "Hey, we're working with Storylab to create something for you guys." And it's not. Storylab is working on a major production at this point. I can't find what it was called from the article I looked at earlier. But they are working on something, and it's confirmed not that. It was something I didn't recognize, therefore it wasn't something I kept with me. But it's brand new, no idea. They have no hints toward it being any Gears of any type or what it could be at all. So who knows?
Exciting stuff.
I
think, yeah. Pumped. More exclusive Microsoft stuff. Hopefully it's not bad.
I'm jammed up for some juice.
All right.
Chirp, 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 chirp. Oh, will you do the crickets? You're the one that makes the jokes and the cricket noises.
Yeah, but I can't do it right now.
What you can't do?
Is your mouth too dry?
Yeah, a little bit. Let me take a sip of this water.
All right, we'll come back to you for that. Next up, Switch sales soar.
Switch sales soar like never before.
Boom.
What if I just rhymed
the whole
news story? God damn it! Next time,
that would have been awesome.
It is happening. So 10 months in to the Switch's life, they have sold more than 4.8 million Switches, which makes it the fastest selling console in the United States of America. So that's crazy because
that's strictly in the United States of America?
This was just for the US.
Jesus.
It was out of stock forever when it first came out. Like, they were a hot commodity and people couldn't get them, which I think makes the numbers even a little lower because, I mean, now I think you can get them easily.
Pretty easily now, yeah.
But the people who were hyped to get it day one, maybe the first month and never got it, may have still not grabbed one for whatever reason.
I still can't believe I got one on day one.
On day one? Yeah, you did. So, yeah, it launched on March 3rd, and here it is. Well, when this came out, it would have been January 3rd. But yeah, so it passed the original Wii as the fastest selling for the U.S., which was sitting at 4 million, and it was around 4.8. It's higher than that now. And this is another fun stat. It passed Wii U's lifetime sales in Japan already.
Wow.
So
that's because the Wii U was ass.
Well, yeah, I mean, and everyone knows that.
Yeah, but even though the Wii U was so much ass, it still was sold a lot of, a lot of people bought it.
especially because they say in Japan, that these products are super popular in Japan no matter what.
They're like
Nintendo
crack.
could literally like shit on a plate and write Nintendo on it, and people in Japan would buy it.
It's just these Sony systems in general. Like if you look at some of the all-time numbers for like the most sold ever, it's like PS2 is sitting at 155 million, and it's been there forever. Like nothing has come close to beating it, except for the Nintendo DS, which again is a Japanese branded console. The top 5, maybe even 10, are all just these consoles from there. So yeah, this stuff's huge, and yeah, good for the Switch. And I think it's only a healthy journey from here on out for it.
Yeah.
There's still not, I don't want to say there's not a ton, because there's definitely a healthy library now, and they're adding like indie games all the time, like games that we may have seen on Xbox or PS4. I touched on this a little bit last week, but it's getting well supported, and big studios like Bethesda too. Wolfenstein 2 is still coming out on this later this year. That's crazy for this, what is essentially, for me at least, a handheld.
Yeah, and they got Doom onto it.
Doom,
Skyrim.
Skyrim, yep.
They brought over even simple things like Rocket League, and a little more popular games that can be played by multiplayer and all that kind of stuff. They're bringing over.
I would like to see a Fallout on this. I mean, they've done.
If they've done Skyrim, right? Why don't we have Fallout 4?
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's a newer game, but it's not Skyrim. Yeah. So I mean, good on Nintendo and the Switch. I think all of us here are happy that we have a new console, duking it out with PlayStation and Microsoft. And
it's good to see Nintendo back.
When there's competition in the market, especially with hardware, it just makes every one of those 3 companies work that much harder to be the thing that you spend your money on. Granted, we'll just buy all of them. Like right now, my PS4 sounds like it's going to die, and I'm just like fingers crossed for a PS5 next year, like a PS5 announcement at E3. Just like,
no, you'll probably see a
please
PlayStation
survive
Pro X too.
That's true. Oh god, no, I bet you they'll go PS5.
I bet you they'll go PS5.
PS4.5.
PS4 Pro.
PS 4.5 was their PS Pro, essentially.
Yeah.
So I think you'll get a
PS 4.75.
Didn't they say it wasn't 2018 though? Didn't they say it was probably going to be?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying announcement at E3 this year,
saying it's coming.
Like how we got the tease of the Scorpio was like a 30-second clip at the end of E3 last year or the year before last. I think we'll get something like that for PlayStation, and then hopefully I can make mine live long enough that that I can get a PS5 someday.
Borrow mine whenever you need to.
There you go.
We'll switch consoles. That'll be a nice Blu-ray player for me. It's
mine's a dust collector right now.
Oh,
I brushed the dust off.
One of you should take Nier Automata.
Okay.
No. Okay.
Dodge that bullet.
Fuck off. The game's amazing.
You can't knock anything until you try it, Lou.
And here's my dick.
Nope, that's not gonna happen.
No? All right.
Yikes. All right. Let's see. Next up, Shauna Sky switching sides.
Yes, Shauna Sky is switching sides. She was actually Shauna Sky is now leaving the Naughty Dog team. She was the creator developer for Uncharted Lost Legacy. She is now leaving, and she's going to go work for Crystal Dynamics. And if that sounds any bit familiar to you, does it, Ben? I'm going to go with no. Okay. Tomb Raider. Yes, Zach. That is correct. So Crystal Dynamics are the people that brought you the Tomb Raider. So it's kind of funny that she's going to work with leaving someone that was like a male Tomb Raider and now working for them that are doing a female, for the female Tomb Raider. She doesn't say she's going to be working on the new Tomb Raider game, but it's just funny that she's leaving there to go on to the other side. It's like she's just leaving. She's leaving the dogs behind. It's kind of cool. I find it fascinating that she's
going to the female side.
Exactly. She's a switch hitter now, we could say.
I don't know if we can say that, because that means you can bat both ways.
Yeah. Disclaimer: I'm not saying she's a lesbian. I'm just saying she's going.
That.
I'm just saying that she's leaving Naughty Dogs and going to Crystal Dynamics. So hopefully we see some maybe some new Tomb Raider or something cool from them.
some nude Tomb Raider.
Nude Tomb Raider.
If you want to see nude Tomb Raider, I'm sure you can find plenty of nude Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Just ask the Googles.
Hey Google, show me a picture of nude Tomb Raider.
Anybody's phone go off?
Nope.
Damn it.
I don't
Hopefully
have
you,
Google.
lucky listener, are now looking at Lara Croft naked.
But as naked.
But yeah, I find that pretty cool, pretty interesting, pretty fan.
So did you who? I still don't know who is Shauna Sky.
She was the creator director for Uncharted: Lost Legacies.
Oh, okay. I stepped out of the room for a minute, so I might have missed that. Cool. Yeah. Getting talent over to a studio who is partnered, kind of loosely partnered with Microsoft. We did have exclusivity for that last Tomb Raider game for like a year-ish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, bring over the talent. I like it.
Yeah, get them while they're hot. Next, we're going to dive back into a little bit of PUBG because I'm obsessed. They came out with an update. Not a lot for us here, but some key things. Basically, the update says it's bringing quality of life changes. Now, what they mean by that exactly is they increased weapon damage to vehicles.
Thank God.
But they made note that they will continue to monitor the game and how everyone's talking about it and seeing if they need to kind of tone that down a little bit.
Maybe put in a roll button or a dodge button.
They're just trying to kill the drive around in the car meta at the end of the game.
Yeah, which
This is one way to kind of stop it, I think.
Yeah, I can admit there's times where you're shooting at people through cars and then your seat starts smoking and then your bullets just go right into the front of the car instead, so you can try and blow all 4 people up in squads.
Boom. I've seen it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if they have to tone that back down at all, depending on what people say about how it's going. You now have menu options to allow for aim acceleration. So this is aim acceleration as you turn more and more, it aims faster and faster, so you can turn around faster. Notably, it's for when you are parachuting
Thank
and when
the
you're jumping out of
fucking
planes.
God.
For many of you, I know you probably play this and run into a fact where you're trying to look one way and dive that way, and you jump out of the plane and you're facing the other way. It takes you about 6.5 hours to turn back around 180 degrees. And by that time, you've been flying the wrong way for like 400 or 500 meters.
Yeah, like I'm staring right at Pachinki, and me and all my friends like, yeah, we're going to Pachinki. And you're like, all right, let's go to Pachinki. And then you hit the B button, and then you're not going to Pachinki.
You're just looking at Georgia
You're
Pool.
going fucking way in the other direction until you're like, oh, no, all my friends are gone. Better go find them.
Bye, France.
See you guys later.
See you later, fam.
It was a fun 30 seconds on the airplane.
So,
Good change. I like it.
yep, it just helps to increase. I am pretty sure it's for your actual aiming as well. I'll have to look into it.
So if you need to turn around, I mean, most of our sensitivities are so high on just the normal turning.
High for normal turning, but this so I ran into a problem with the 15 times scope the other day where I couldn't actually use it because I would zoom in and my sensitivity was on 2.
I would say so. You definitely
But
kick that up.
I couldn't move it because I was so close to the person. It wouldn't it didn't matter at all.
So you can probably bump up the normal sensitivity and even the accelerated sensitivity a tad bit, probably.
Turn your music on and off.
Which it's so weird because I feel like that song isn't that bad for title music.
Nope.
And B, it's only title music. I could see if it was like Grand Theft Auto and you want to be able to switch the radio off in the car or something, but there's only music when you're sitting there. Haters gonna hate, but hey, give the kids options. That's
Maybe
what they like.
Maybe should put music in the car so when you're driving, you could blare music.
Instead of honking a horn, you just switch on the radio and it'll blast like Wu-Tang Clan or something.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Woof, woof, barking with all your dogs and stuff.
Like DMX
Yeah.
and his dogs and how they woof.
Yeah, and they bark.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
And you want to add rolling to the game.
I-
your input.
No,
I know.
No, I think a dodge
dodge
mechanic is
A
good
car's
idea.
driving at you, dodge it.
Like that's was a good option for the avoiding the car meta. Instead of when the car's coming at me and my guy slowly is like, uh oh, get out of the way, and then you get hit no matter what. If you're like, quick dodge. I can dodge in real life. Let me dodge in the video game. Also, let me met up while the car's driving. That'd be cool. Let me put on a bandage while I'm riding in the back seat of the car.
Maybe not even a bandage. Just let me drink my damn drink in the back of the
So
seat of the
you
car.
want to add in a dodge aspect to take the car meta away, and then add in something that's going to increase the car meta by allowing you to continually meta up while you're in the car.
But still, the car meta is going to die because I can blow it up with a clip from my scar. Maybe.
Dodging.
Hopefully. We'll see.
So you're going to even everything out, and there's still going to be a car meta.
No, it'll be fine. We'll work it out. Me and Louis got this. We're pretty much game devs at this point.
Gotcha. Yep. Cool. And let's see. Server and player frame rates have been slightly increased. So we're now running at 30.25 frames per second.
Oh.
In both your load-in screen and your
I don't think so, because I'm pretty sure it's still capped at 30. So
30 capped at 30.25. They
slightly,
no, I'm just making a joke.
But
they slightly increased the frame rates.
Right. So that might just help with like the early game or super hectic gunfights. Like,
or
if someone ever
driving in a 4-person
vehicle,
UAZ, and trying to shoot out the windows, and all you do is puke while you're trying to shoot at someone.
That is true. What I will say is, if you are ever near someone who throws a Molotov cocktail, that is a really good way to lower your FPS down to like 2 or 3. So if you ever really want to fuck with your teammates, just whip a Molotov cocktail, and everybody's game instantly breaks together. It's good. It's a lot of fun.
Good to know.
Yep. And
maybe this fixes that.
Last and not least, they mentioned that they're looking into all the crashing and desyncing that's going on, but it's tough.
It's also the biggest thing that you left out is that we now have first-person servers on the Xbox.
Oh, shit. Yep. I forgot about that.
I'm surprised that wasn't like the big, giant headline in the article.
I did this from memory, so that's why.
That should have been a good one. That is a good one. I played it. The update's maybe 4.5 gigs, I think, is what I downloaded earlier. I played a game right before you got here, pretty much. It's more intense, I will say, not being able to tell, like, not being able to see your surroundings as well, being able to, like, use the RB to check my back, stuff
not
like
being
that.
able to look at a wall and see what's around the corner.
Yeah, not being able to, like, third-person peek around corners definitely makes it more intense. The guy that killed me, I had no fucking idea where he was, but that happens in this game anyways. But yeah, so we have a dedicated first-person service now, which is cool because that was one of those PC features that we wanted to see eventually. So hopefully next up is a map.
So now will you be playing strictly in... Is it solo first-person or is it all?
It's every mode. You can just... When you hit start, you can... It's left and right on the analog. You can go to third-person or first-person.
Will you be playing in third-person or first-person strictly now?
I still think I'll be third. Just because in third you can still go to first person if you want to.
True.
But then you're just at a disadvantage in third, at least. Because everybody else will be in third. So.
True.
They say that, so third is easier to get like a crap ton of kills and stuff in, but easier to get chicken dinner as well. Whereas first person is way more competitive. You get less kills because you can't do the third person looking, but because it's more competitive, it's a lot harder to get chicken dinners and stuff.
So you'll feel more accomplished getting a chicken dinner in first person than you will in third person.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'll play a little bit of each for sure.
Okay. Cool.
At least until we try out a decent amount of first person to really get a handle on which one we prefer.
Yep. And keeping with the Battlegrounds talk, I see they came out with another Battlegrounds game. Somebody throwing on their hat into the ring here.
Yeah, we got a real original. We have Paladins Battlegrounds coming out. If you had asked me what the next game to implement a Battle Royale style mode was going to be, I don't think I would have listed Paladins in my top 100 just because I haven't thought about Paladins in forever.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it is slightly different than... Actually, no, I would say it's pretty different from the two options you have right now, your Fortnite and your PUBG.
What about the culling?
What is the culling? There you go. There's my answer for that. So it is a large map. So I'll run through from what I've seen because they did have at their High Res Expo. High Res are the people that make Paladins. They did run a few games of it, and from the start you're going to go to like an island, just like in PUBG or Fortnite, where
you shoot down in.
Yeah, where you have two. No, actually, that's a little different. But so you have like your countdown. You're waiting. Everybody's in a lobby. You're in a lobby. Everything looks familiar. What happens next is a map comes up, like, and it has grids. So it's like a 10 by 10 grid with different sections on the map. Only certain sections of that you're allowed to click on. What you're doing is clicking where you're going to deploy. So it's a live map. So as a team, say one team clicks a tile up in the top part of the map, they'll actually show up on the map as like a little orange blip, so you can tell, okay, team's dropping there, and you can tell where all the teams, like, it starts to populate the map, and you're just going to choose which little quadrant of the map you want to land at. When you click it, it'll put you away from another team, but literally all it does is takes your little, everybody has their own blimp. Like, each team has their own little blimp. It comes in and it drops you off in whatever square at a certain spot on that square. With a bunch of people. So that's kind of weird. You can easily choose where you want to go. And if you see like 10 different teams all picking one square, if you want to really just get into it, you can click on that square and you'll get put somewhere in that quadrant. So you'll have a bunch of teams near you, or you can click a part of the map that doesn't have anyone if you want to loot down there. Next up, I can talk about the looting. The looting is just going to be those cards. If you remember from Paladins how you could customize your character, it was with the cards that would give you boosts for different things. These cards, you can put a card in your weapon slot, your chest slot, boots, and gloves maybe. And each one of these buffs could have something like 20% damage if it's in the weapon slot, or 50% speed. With each one of these cards, it's a 4-tier rarity system. So like legendary is going to be your best card. And when I say best card, I mean if you get a damage card and it's a legendary, it'll be 100% damage dealt, which in most games is game breaking, obviously. They're keeping their hero powers as well. So at the beginning of the match, they pop up 8 characters, 2 for each type. I don't really remember the types of paladins. Like you had your support, your front line, tanks maybe.
Yeah, I think you had tanks and then
flankers. That was this game, right?
Yeah, it was the same as Overwatch, pretty much.
So the game just generates 8 people for everyone. They're going to be the same 8 players, or the same 8 characters you can choose, 2 for each category, and then your team will pick them. The weird thing is you can all pick the same character if you want, or you can try to get like one from each.
So you could be all like tanks and just mow down everybody.
Right, or like you could all just be snipers. You could do it however you want. How it's going to work, since the game is free to play right now, if you don't have the Founders Pack, which we do, it'll be 4 characters, 1 for each group, and then you just don't get an option. You have the option of those 4 characters, but instead of 8, you'll have the 4. That's their way of letting the people that just want to free to play it. They can do that.
Or if you paid something for the game, you get a little bit more out of it.
Well, that was the Founders Pack that I think we all paid like $20 for, maybe
something like that.
20 split, I think it was.
Right. So yeah, that's not that expensive.
Nope.
Yeah. So because you're starting with your loadout, and that's the other thing about the loadouts. If you have a loadout set up with cards, you already have those cards from the bat. So whatever your loadout is for those characters, you're going to drop in with the same character that you'd be using in like normal multiplayer, if that makes sense.
So if you've been playing this game since it came out, and you just have 4 legendary cards already.
No, so there's not a rarity tier in the multiplayer
regular mode.
Right. It's only in this like battle royale mode that you can find. I think it was like green, blue, orange and purple, or purple and orange, or something like that, like the rarity system you see in a lot of games. But yeah, so this is gonna have buffs, and on the stream, like the guy that was at the very end had 4 legendary buffs. So like his speed was up 100%, his max health was up 100%, his shields were up 100%, and his damage output was up 100%. So I mean, this lets you do a lot of different things too. Like if you're a best player, Ben, and we find legendary cards, we can just give them to you and make you just one giant tank monster. So everybody would
raid boss.
Exactly. Turn you into a fucking raid boss. And then we can be there with our shitty smaller characters, maybe snipers just in the background helping.
Distractions.
Exactly. It seems like there's a lot of neat things you can do, and just having the actual like heroes be in the game
A lot of different combinations.
makes it different from what you have. A building battle royale, you have like a realistic modern combat battle royale, and now you have a hero shooter battle royale. So
definitely was the last game I expected to see happen.
just a couple other things. When you're downed, instead of getting downed, you actually turn into a chicken.
Nice.
Whose power was that?
That was
had
Pip's
Oh,
power.
it was Pip's. You know all about turning
Yeah.
people into chickens.
Pip's superpower was to turn them into chickens.
Yeah.
And they would just run away.
Yep. So when you get downed now, you turn into a chicken. That's like your down state. So you're super vulnerable and you can be killed really quick, but you can like hop around as a chicken, and your friends can revive you, and then you'll turn back into your form. And as far as the like superpowers that you just mentioned, those aren't going to just go up over time. They're only going to go up when you're doing damage or healing or actually like contributing to your team.
Okay.
So yeah, you can even still get your ultimate in this game.
So then I could. So what if if I'm Pip and my superpower is to turn them into chickens, then
they'll come out of the down state, but for like the time being, they'll still be chickens and be easier to kill, I would assume.
okay.
I don't actually know.
Slash
how that's
can't be
working.
doing. I think the biggest thing for that is just like the status change.
Can't be doing damage.
Not being able to
they
shoot at
can't.
us.
Yeah. So if you run up to them and it's like, oh, there's 4 people here, Pip ultimate, and then everyone's a chicken, that's gonna make it a little bit easier to kill them.
It is. So at first I heard there was a 20-minute timer, and I was like, well, that's kind of dumb. What I didn't realize, it's a 20-minute timer that is essentially the shield collapsing in. So the game starts, timer starts at 20 minutes, and once the timer hits 0, the circle's going to be non-existent, so it will have killed everyone. So 20 minutes is the longest that these games can go at their longest length. So it's not an actual timer. There is still a circle enclosing on you, making it like a true battle royale game.
Interesting.
Which is cool. And testing starts for it Q1, so that could be the upcoming months. And I think they're trying to release it at the end of this year. Yeah, it's completely different, I would say, for being like a clone, keeping all the hero shooter elements in it, I guess, make this a lot different than the other two.
Yep.
It looked like a lot of fun, and I hope people do play it. It's going to be free if you already own it. It's free if you don't own it. And the Paladin or the Founders Pack is $20.
I feel I don't know, like I feel like they've just been ripping people off left and right. You know, I know they haven't been, but like,
oh, like how? Well, no, because we talked about this way back in the day. Paladins was in development before Overwatch.
well, yeah, I know, but it's just it came out slightly afterwards, and they're like, oh, this is a Overwatch ripoff, and now.
Now everybody's just gonna be ripping off PUBG. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, it almost feels like they are just really ripping them off with calling it Paladins Battlegrounds.
And it's called Paladins Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. All right, I'll leave you guys with one question until we can move on. What is the next game you'd like to see PUBG-ified? Lewis, go. Okay, maybe Ben, go. All right, my answer would be Ghost Recon Wildlands.
It almost has that already. Kind
Yeah.
It has 4v4.
Of. Well, yeah.
It has,
So if you PUBG-ified that,
You'd
it's
have a great running.
player unknown Battlegrounds.
I guess I just want it to run as smoothly as Wildlands. That's all I'm really looking for.
But
have drones and stuff. That's new, and you can like shoot down the drones and whatnot. That's part of Wildlands.
That would be interesting.
It'd be different.
I don't know. I dug the close quarters combat that was the culling, if the culling was done a little bit better. But I would like something that was more close quarters than that, based on like if For Honor came out with one.
Ooh,
That would be pretty badass, and you'd have to figure out the weapons, pick them up, and gear-wise, that'd be cool.
Because you can do like all the different types of weapons. You could do different.
So Lewis's vote is For Honor. How about you, Ben?
Actually, I was gonna say like a Destiny almost.
I was joking.
Kind of like a Destiny.
Just like a Halo.
A polished first-person shooter.
Yeah.
Like Call of Duty Battle Royale.
Mm-hmm. That would be.
What do you mean? Okay, fair enough.
Well, then I'll mix it up. Let's go with a Zelda Battle Royale.
No, that's weird. We can move on to the next news story.
No,
that
like
didn't
a
go
Witcher,
the way I
a
wanted
Witcher
it to go.
Battle Royale.
He's just throwing shit at you.
I
now.
know.
No, I'm
It's
just
like, what's a good game?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Shut up, Richard.
And last but not least on our news docket, Lou, do we need some Gamers Anonymous?
Yes, new studies have been kind of put out there. I feel like they're hogwash studies, but there's studies showing this is going to be great, isn't it? I can feel it already.
Keep going. You got it. You're good.
Two different gaming problems, basically. They're showing gaming as an addiction, and also gaming as a gaming hazardous gaming. The two differences is one is going to impair the control over the gaming. Basically, you put your priorities of gaming above all else. Like people aren't going to really want to go to work. They'll just want to play the video game. They won't want to go socialize with people. They'll just want to stay home and play these video games.
I think I have this disorder.
I was gonna say I'm fucked.
Exactly. It's so much not really a disorder as more of an outlet. Because we might not be socializing with people outside, but we are socializing with other people online.
Yeah.
Even if we're playing solo games, we're still socializing with people. So I don't think there's it's not really a gaming addiction. It's just prioritizing more prioritizing that they're looking at and trying to clump these games and saying that games can be addictive and games can be hazardous to your health is almost like a slap in the face to real addictions such as alcohol addiction and drug addiction, because those things actually can really affect your life and your
I mean,
your
think
social interactions.
I think in extreme conditions, that situations, including addiction to any type of video game, even if it's watching television or anything that's going to keep you from doing things you should be doing.
That's the thing. Like, this shouldn't be a big deal because of it just being the video games. The video games should maybe just be added into the same disorder that should go with things like watching TV or being addicted. I mean, you can be addicted to any one thing and it can fuck up your life.
Mm-hmm.
It can just fuck it up in different capacities, in different
ways.
Yeah, in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're really trying to milk the
games are bad and breaking our youth.
And they're definitely looking at that younger grouping of people saying like, oh, my kids won't take out the garbage, they're too busy playing video games or something like that. Or like, my kids don't go outside and play in the summer because they're too busy playing video games. I think they're really trying to milk that and the argument that video games are like ruining people's brains and all this stuff. They're really trying to get out here.
That's the thing. Like, there's been countless studies done showing that like even things like violent video games don't actually affect you mentally. Like, because you play a bunch of Grand Theft Auto, it doesn't mean you're going to go pick up a hooker, fucker, killer, take your money back. That's just not a thing. I've done that.
It's
not in real life.
So beat her up and I took your money back.
See, that's the thing. I haven't. And I
Not in
think
real
that
life.
says something.
But it's the same thing. So are you going to tell Fast and Furious that they can't make fucking movies like they do because that makes people want to go out and drift or go out and drive at excessive speeds?
Yeah, we're stretching out of what they're talking about, this gaming disorder, which is just the addictive nature of gaming.
Well,
but
everything in life is addictive. Coffee is addictive.
I mean that's the issue here. The issue is it's not, gaming disorder. I also fucking hate the way that sounds. It sounds
disorder,
it sounds bad. But like we said, you can be addicted to literally anything, and it can fuck up your life anyway. This should just be entwined with all other addictive types of media, if you need to do it that way. It shouldn't be something that is specifically just video games, because that's not the only place that you're seeing this happen.
You binge watching Netflix,
or even like the people who won't get off their phones on Instagram or Facebook. That's even worse.
That's definitely more of
because
an
you're
issue.
solo. You're just sitting there. You have horrible posture. You're on this tiny little phone that you're staring at. At least we're socializing with friends, making new friends.
So when are we going to hear about cell phone disorder, or when are we going to hear about television disorder.
I mean, did you see that they're already doing like there's a new what's the thing where you can't move your hands because you do the same thing over and over and over again?
Carpal tunnel?
That one.
Yeah.
There's a new one that they're seeing that's because of phone use. Like people are getting
Their
like
thumbs are getting like locked
a
up.
specific carpal tunnel due to using their phones.
Yeah, that's the thing is like these, like the modern technology, like phones or like the gaming and how much it's being done. I don't think we're truly seeing the effects of it over like an entire lifespan. Like for all we know, holding our cell phone so close to our face in 30 years is going to like give us all brain cancer or something. Like,
haven't they already said that
this-
cell phones give cancer?
dude, what the fuck
they-
doesn't give cancer, Lewis?
Ketchup on your French fries.
Yeah, see, so keep eating it because it's not going to give you cancer. I like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
I disagree with this as well. Calling something disorder is really giving it such a strong term, and I don't think anything along these lines deserves a strong term. If you're addicted to gaming, then maybe it's a bad thing. Maybe you just sit at home, play Call of Duty for 18 hours, don't work, don't do anything in your mom's basement. That is a negative. But if you're like us who, yes, do we play video games? Probably a little too often, of course, because we play them almost every night. But we're talking to friends. We have friends from Scotland, friends from the South, friends from the other side of the state, friends from the other side of the country. Like, and these kids, it's not like just a random guy online. Like, we talk to them. We're in Discord. We communicate. We know they have kids. We know the wives, family.
Everything's good in moderation.
Exactly.
You know? And once you start pushing things past moderation, then it does get a little hairy. But you just gotta, you gotta be careful.
Just got to trim it up.
hairy.
Yeah, you just gotta use your time wisely and don't forget about the outside world.
Because then you could
I don't.
fall victim to gaming disorder.
But I don't know. I have seen people that all they want to do is just like, screw this. I don't want to be here. I just want to go home and play video games.
That's me every day.
I was going to say, like, that's me when I woke up this morning.
Yeah.
It was like, I could play PUBG all day, or I could go sit at work all day.
So I think there's a difference between being passionate about something and obviously being addicted to something. It's just, I don't know.
You're not passionate about cocaine.
When,
You're
when
addicted.
you're comparing someone who's addicted to heroin to somebody who's addicted to video games,
Well, yeah, that's what.
it really makes the guy who uses heroin feel like shit that you're like on the same level. Like, your problem is as bad as my problem?
Yeah.
Fucking no.
I think that's
Not
what they
even
were saying.
close.
Like lumping this into an addiction is kind of like a slap in the face to
To
real
like
addiction.
legitimate addictions.
Yeah.
Like, if you put a Gamers Anonymous right after an Alcoholics Anonymous, it's going to be like,
Oh, you got fucking problems? You
Yeah.
think you got fucking problems?
I've been
I
an
don't think
alcoholic
so.
for 10 years.
Oh,
and you
just
can't stop playing video games?
I've been addicted to games for 17 years. Sorry, guys.
Hi,
Like,
my
real
name is
big-
Ben, and I've been
real-
addicted to
Right.
PUBG for the last 2 months.
Unless you're addicted
Hi,
to like
Ben.
beach volleyball, that might be a problem.
What? That's cool, though. You're at least athletic. And
No,
doing some
like-
stuff.
Dead or alive, extreme beach volleyball.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I think that.
Yeah, that's going to do it for our news. Before we get into our plugs and stuff, we have an announcement to make. Ooh.
That's the drum roll. If you guys
Thank you.
didn't catch it.
We're announcing our giveaway winner of the $20 gift card to the platform of your choice. This was for sending in, well, not even sending in. All you had to do is review us on iTunes. So everybody's in a pool, and I'm going to do this live right now. We're going to hit the randomize button, and here we go. Randomize.
That randomized it a lot quicker than I expected it to.
That was a quick randomize.
Yeah.
All right, the winner, Shine.
Hey.
All right.
Congrats, Shine. You want to know what's awesome about this? About Shine winning this game? As he said to me earlier, like a few days ago, he's like, yeah, I think maybe like the next time I get a gift card or something, I'll get PUBG. So I think Shine will shortly here be joining us in some PUBG shenanigans. Or maybe we should just give him a copy of PUBG and be like, there, now you can't spend it on anything else. You have to play games with us.
Play video games with me.
Got you good, fucker.
For real though, thanks to every single one of you who decided to give us reviews, and they were all super positive reviews.
We
I
really
know
appreciate it.
we asked just for a review. You didn't have to give us 5 stars or anything, but everybody did, and it was the words that you guys wrote, the things that you guys said. They mean a lot to us. We like to do this every week. And we also like to see that the people on the other end of this are getting some enjoyment out of it.
Getting some laughs.
Getting some laughs.
Thank you, Lewis. for
Laughing
them
at
laughs.
Lewis. If you weren't here, Lou.
LOL actually stands for laugh. Fuck, never mind.
Laugh on Lewis.
Laugh on Lewis.
I thought it was laughs are on Lou.
Laughs
Laughs
on
on
Lou.
Lou.
Lel. Laughs on Lou. That should be a T-shirt.
But yeah, so congrats, Shine. I'll get in contact with you right after the show. Congrats, man.
Nice. All right. So next up, plugs and some. What will we be playing, Lewis? I did that weird, but we're gonna continue with it. Tell me, what will you be playing, and where can we find you?
You can find me on the Xbox at Waterloo, on Mixer on Waterloo, on the PlayStation Network Waterlewis, on that bird that tweets. You can find me at _Waterloo. I will be playing PUBG, Zelda, probably some SteamWorld Dig. Maybe get back into some Civilization. I kind of dabble in that here and there. And
What happened to Sims, Lou? No Sims?
I'm like
Replaced by Civilization?
a little bit for right now. I might get back into Sims, see how Boba Fett's doing. See.
Dead.
No, he's probably just.
He definitely starved to death.
No, he doesn't. He's Boba Fett. You know how fat he was when I left him there.
True. Maybe the house burned down.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, I'll be playing games.
Games. Sweet. Zach.
Risky the Kid everywhere. See how much easier that is, Lewis? Risky the Kid everywhere. Definitely be playing some PUBG. Some Enter the Gungeon, and I don't know. I really don't know. I have nothing on the agenda. I know I'm not going to get a ton of game time in this week, so I will play as much as I can. How about you, Ben?
I will 100% be playing PUBG. As far as dabbling in anything else, it'll really have to be a feel thing because I typically
You're just
don't
going to
do
play
anything.
PUBG all week.
I
No,
will.
he's gonna play LOL.
I'll
yeah.
play a little bit of that too when I get tired of PUBG.
LOL.
It's like a back and forth thing. When I get tired of League of Legends, I play PUBG. When I
Mhm.
get tired of PUBG, I play League of Legends. I'm boring, I know. And also, you can find me at OMG Chopa everywhere. If you want to get in touch with us, a few different ways now.
But
Officialsradio
the
at
best way-
gmail.com is our email. at _Whiskey Radio is our Twitter. But the best way to keep in contact with us and tell us what you're thinking is our Risky Radio Discord, which will be linked in the show notes.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who tried to join the Discord last week but clicked on a link that had expired. I put a 24-hour Discord link in, so you couldn't click it. I'll make sure to put in a Discord link that doesn't expire this time. Come join us in Discord. I think we got almost around 20 people in the first week,
Nice.
which is awesome. And seeing people in there every day, there's chat going on throughout most of the day.
Mhm.
I'm sure you're in other Discords. That's awesome. But come
20
be a part of ours too,
20 on the dot.
because it's pretty awesome. And
Yeah.
it's the best way to get in contact with us, keep up with the show, keep up with announcements for the show, contests, giveaways, all of that good stuff.
and more. But that is going to do it for us tonight here at Risky Radio. On behalf of everyone, I'd like to say thank you for joining us. We had a great time, and we hope you have fun listening as well. But we will be back next week with a brand new episode. So until then, we'll catch you later.
Bye-bye.
Oh, see you later.